so now it's our turn to question Brother Izamir, our HS Society President. Okay. So, Brother Izamir want to major in communication, correct?
Yes, inshallah.
Okay, and I heard that your deepest fear is you fear that you will have unfulfilling life. Is that true?
That's actually true. Yes, I'm fulfilling life by not completing my mission before I die. Yeah.
Can you explain further? What is fulfilling life on your definition?
Well, I believe in a cause. I intend to fight for a cause when I extend my studies to combat, and after graduating, inshallah. I believe in reform. I believe in social reform. As I said previously in the first part, I don't believe in our education system. I don't believe in the global education system. I don't believe in democracy. I don't believe this worldly system that has been set up by the elites throughout the years, hundreds of years of planning, and now we have been trapped under the system which they have created for them to keep their power. And I do believe there is a secret agenda behind it, but I'm not going to go deep into it.
Okay, so right now, I wanna ask the hot question. Yes.
Hot.
Yes. So HS stand for Holy Saint or Hantu Setan.
Yeah, for you, are you a hantu setan or holy saint?
Well, okay, with me, he answered that we're both. Right, we're both
Hybrid, yeah.
hybrid, both Hantu Setan and Solely Saint. Emily said she's on human, or like that answer really much. My personal view is a mixture of both of what they said. Yes, we as humans, we will make mistakes. As you said, we will make mistakes. We will continue doing mistakes, but that is part of our own nature.
Yes.
But us as humans, as part of our nature also, we will have that tendency to revolt. We have that tendency to want revolution. We want justice. That goes against the social norm. That goes against what is normalized in our society. And that is what I would define as Hantu Setan. We are not incoherent with what the society says. We question what the society wants, what the society normalizes. We demand justice. We demand reform. We demand renewal. If that certain way, that certain system does not work, and we are also holy saint because we centralize our movements using Islam. Our whole movement is based on the concept of Islam, based on Tawhidization or Quranization, Islamization, or whatever you want to call it. Our whole argument, our whole belief system is going to be based on the divine truth, which is Islam. That is what I would define as holy saint. And us being Hantu Setan is us, human science student, studying about psychology, studying about sociology, political science, history, communication, and other as well. We learn about law, we learn about economics as well. What we learn from this, it brings us that deeper understanding of how society works, especially in this modern world and age. And once we see how wicked, how destroyed, how despising the system that we are living in, we are going to have that tendency to revolt, to go against that system. And that is where I would stand by to say we are also Hantu Setan.
That deserves a great round of applause.
So, in other words, on one hand, you are the devil's advocate.
Absolutely.
On the other hand, the angel's advocate. Okay.
Yeah. And we are also human. Because we will make mistakes. We will face challenges up ahead. We may terlepas jalan. We may terkeluar daripada jalan yang sebenar. But as long as we live, as long as we are fighting for the truth, selagi kita ikhlas, tak ada sebab kerana kita tak boleh pulang kepada kebenaran. InsyaAllah. And that is what makes us humans. That's
yeah,
what
yeah.
Don't take that.
tekad betul.
Yeah, I think that studying in human sciences is that it teaches you how to look at things from a sociological perspective. You study sociology, look at it from a psychological perspective, look in a political perspective, because you're looking at multiple perspective, and you find that this perspective clash each other.
Betul. Setuju.
That's how the devil come. You look at clashes here and there, that. Perhaps if you look at only one perspective, as from the religious perspective, your religious perspective is halal, haram, full stop. But you're looking at beyond halal and haram.
Betul.
What's the psychological impact, or the sociological impact, political impact, and you study also economic impact. So when people look at multiple perspective, like Ibn Khaldun, Ibn Khaldun, don't forget. Ibn Khaldun became the prime minister, the wazir. At the same time, he wrote a masterpiece, Al-Muqaddimah, looking at, I would say, he is the founder of what we call umranology of knowledge. Umranology, you look at issue, multiple perspective, and he's not just someone who talks in theory. He was the prime minister. That is powerful. And then you see that as human sciences student, I'm sure Ibn Khaldun, like every semester, you learn about it.
Absolutely. Yeah. Setiap buku ada.
I know him more than some of my family members.
You know Ibn Khaldun more than your family member.
Only a person worth knowing now.
Can't even disagree with her. This is the power of human sciences, actually. Yes. Being human is just to understand umranologically different human perspective, not just one perspective and so on. And I think, and also like Emily, for instance, you can speak Chinese.
Alhamdulillah.
Very
You can
good.
speak English. Going to speak soon. Going to be fluent in Arabic.
Amin ya Rab. Amin.
InsyaAllah.
InsyaAllah.
Okay, Malay, Sabahan sama.
Yeah,
Okay.
I need to learn about the dusun and also the
Dusun.
other bahasa lah.
I'm quite jealous. I'm quite envious.
Okay.
Learn together mah.
Okay. Final comment from both of you actually is, how would you envisage the future? Just now we were talking about IUM. How can IUM help you? Okay, and how about our Muslim Ummah as a whole? And what do you think? How about Malaysia? Let's start with, and then Muslim Ummah. What is your vision of our Muslim Ummah, and perhaps Malaysia first? What is your vision? Then after that question will pass to you also. What is your vision?
So Malaysia first.
Malaysia first, and then the Muslim Ummah. What do you think?
In my view, specifically when we talk about us Malaysians, what we need to have, especially I found out that actually our Malaysians, they are quite introverted, but in academic, in trying new things lah.
Introvert.
In trying new
trying new
things.
things,
And I do understand that some of us perhaps have anxiety and that, but I still want to encourage us. Because for me, people ask me, how can I be so brave? How can I speak up on stage and everything?
Yeah.
Because people ask me how I can be brave. Actually, it's not I'm being brave. I'm being afraid. I have fear. But my fear of not getting chances is bigger than the fear for me to make mistakes. Because every human make mistake. As I said earlier, we are human. So I want us to, instead of focusing, centralizing our visions on our mistake, we should really see the mistake as a stage for us to achieve success. Don't be afraid of making mistake. Stand out, especially if you are correct. Don't worry about those kecaman. When people hate you, people isolate you. You will find your true collective community. Inshallah, trust me. It's mine.
Yeah, what you're talking about, there's a danger of the herd mentality that we follow what other people have been doing.
Okay.
We dare not overcome that fear of going against the majority. And that's the thing.
Socialization.
Yeah, that's a good one. We have been socialized, to follow what our peers say, what our family say, what schools say, and what the institutions say, and so on. Bureaucracy says, without thinking of a way how to renew, tajdeed, all these institutions. Okay, and with due respect to our founders of Malaysia. We respect them very much, but we need renewal. We need renewal. We need tajdid, and that is yeah, that's what you are saying. But the fear of tajdid is still there. Is that what you're saying, right? It's still-
Yeah, we need to always renew ourselves, to always improve.
Yeah, improve, and improve. Yeah, yeah. Then what do you think? What is your hope, vision for our Muslim Ummah, but Malaysians perhaps, and then Muslim Ummah? What is your hope, your vision, your fear, perhaps?
Well, again, I'm going to relate back to the education system, of course. The education system is the first step of indoctrination, I believe. And for us to move forward as a country, we're going to need to build future generations that are willing to try new things, as Sister Emily has said, who are brave enough to reform, to try new things, and even if it does make mistakes or etc., we still have that capability, that wants, that desire and hunger to improve as a society and not as an individualistic person. And that is why I say it's a long process. It's gonna be a long-term process. We're not gonna be able to do it just like that. No, absolutely not within this generation or the next generation. It's gonna take at least 3 generations. But for us to do so, we need to build people who are willing to take the risk to improve our society and no longer being kind of that kind of selfish mentality. I just want to work for my own self, for my own family. I don't care what other people do, what happens to other people. As long as I'm living my life, that's good enough for me. We need to get rid of that mentality. We need to have that semangat asabiyah as promoted by
Ibn Khaldun.
Yeah, Ibn Khaldun as well. Once we understand the importance of this understanding of asabiyah, we can finally be a nation, not a country. There is a difference between a country and a nation. We are not a nation, we are a country. We are yet to be a unified nation, unified people as Malaysians. Once we can establish that, then inshallah Malaysia can go a long way in terms in globally or internationally. Absolutely.
Okay, all right. I've forgotten one important issue actually. Suddenly it popped to my mind the way both of you talk at this BISMI also. Undi 18. I think it's a very, very important. Sorry, can I ask a really final question? Is that, you see, do you, 18 years old now, you are eligible to vote already. The next election, you'll be voting.
Yeah.
Okay, you'll be voting next election. Only 18. It's you. It's your generation is going to determine the next government. Okay? And do you think that our education system actually able so far develop 18 years old, prepare them to be responsible, to be intelligent, to be well informed, so that mereka pangkahkan kerajaan yang benar-benar kuat dan amanah. Macam mana? Is our education able to develop this kind of capability 18 years old so far? What do you think? Anyone?
That's the way that the education system has failed in teaching us how to manage taxes, how we could survive in nature, or how we could survive without being under the system. The education system has failed in producing quality voters that will eventually choose our next leaders. I don't believe that our current education system is strong enough to create these voters, these Undi 18 voters, to be that politically literate for them to understand the political landscape of our country, for them to vote. I do believe the importance of Undi 18, but unless the education system reforms, or we can find a better way for them to be informed regarding the political landscape of our country, then it will be used as a political tool, the Undi 18, because these people are the one who are using the social media the most, and these are the people who are going to be indoctrinated the most, and these are the people who are going to get influenced the most by the things that they see on the internet, or etc. Especially when the nilai of tabayun is not upheld in today's society. That is what I believe.
Tabayyun is not uphold. Yes, what do you think? A lot of fitna around in the social
Absolutely,
media. Yes.
it is disgusting.
What do you think?
Yeah, I totally agree with what Brother Izami said just now. Our education system is actually failing. And looking into my generation specifically, including myself, I don't see that we are the generation that upholding amanah. No, just look at how foolishness about social media. It's literally lumbah kebodohan.
Absolutely, I agree.
Just see how people talk. For me, undi 18, the education should prepare us 18 years old. If you want to give us the authority, if you want to give us the chance to vote, to choose for the government, then make sure we are ready. And I'm not gonna push away that, of course, our generation to have fault when perhaps we are too into hedonism ideas. Yes, of course. But again, my point here is that the education system plays the vital role. Yes.
Yes. Basically, what I get from you perhaps is that we should, our older generation who has the power to change the system, we should not regard 18 years old as teenagers anymore.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
No.
Absolutely, you agree. We should actually think of, by the age of 18 years old, these youths should be responsible, should be should be truly mukallaf.
No.
Truly mukallaf.
No.
They are mukallaf, but truly mukallaf. Okay, intelligent enough to vote for the next government, whoever the next government is, to lead the country. So if 18 years old are given the opportunity now, the power to choose the next government, how can we regard them, educate them, brainwash them, socialize them into regarding themselves as merely teenagers? We cannot. So kita kena fikirlah, pelajar umur 18 tahun sudah cukup matang untuk mengundi.
Betul.
Okay, last comment from you.
About
Anything to end our session?
Well, I really call upon my CFS friends, my CFS schoolmates, etc. And of course the CFS the people who are in charge. Don't be afraid to try new things. Don't be afraid of trying to break out of the system. Yes, we may be too comfortable, but that will be our own downfall. That lack of wanting, that desire to improve the already established system, which has been established for more than 100 years. You can't tell me that the system that was established 100 years ago by John D. Rockefeller, I remember his name, John D. Rockefeller, is still relevant to this day and age. You can't tell me that. We should striving for a new, better system that won't be revolving around our academic performances. That won't be revolved around our achievements as a student, but that will revolve around making us better human beings who are willing to put the society ahead of our own self. Of course, I do understand it still depends on how the economy and how the social things works as well. I mean, I can't blame people who put money as their first need, because you look at our economy situation. I don't blame them at all. But for us to finally escape from this kind of reality or this system, the first thing that we need to do is to create this new generation who are better as human beings. We may be better academically, but we are not better as human beings. That is what I would say.
Okay, last comment from you. Quick one. Yeah.
Okay, my last comment will be, I do hope that I don't want to add new things here. I just want to really stirring, what do we say?
Menekankan.
Menekankan lagi point Brother Izam, which is to try new things, to stand out, especially if you are holding the truth, is what we should do. And when you prioritize others, then what you should prioritize as human, your God, then that's gonna be. If you fear other than Allah, then you will fear everything else than Allah. That is scary. So we need to change. We need to have that constant consciousness inside ourselves to always change to always improve. That is my last words.
Yang penting, pastikan diri kita ikhlas.
So,
These are the voices of Gen Z. These are the voices of the future. Alhamdulillah. Barakallahu fikum.
Wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.